What's up guys, welcome to the channel, I'm Salty Sleggy, thanks for tuning in today. It's back to Gotham for 16 minutes of Batgirl, courtesy of IGN, as they'll be covering Gotham Knights for an entire month. And this section of the game is just after the prologue, 16 minutes of the intro, so introducing you to things like combat, enemy types, and throughout the month you'll see extra things like villains and the skill trees for these characters. So all you DC fans out there, you better enjoy your time as Batgirl, because you won't be able to see it on the screen, because recently Warner Brothers just canned it for 70 million. It went through some test screenings and it was awful. It saw a potential flop, so they canned it. The film also did include Michael Keaton as Batman. Aquaman 2 shows Batman, and The Flash, guess what, has Batman in it. I'm seeing a pattern here. Maybe you need a certain character in order to make your product sell, because people don't give a shit about these characters. Not to mention that Top Gun made $1 billion and Batman couldn't even break $1 billion. But I digress. That's over the DC movie industry. Now on to Gotham Knights. Within the 16 minutes of gameplay, we got to see her traverse, we got to see her combat, we got to see some really weird fucking dialogue, amateurish dialogue, cringe-worthy dialogue. I've got to say that the environmental artists need a pay rise. Like, Gotham looks great. It does. It looks really good. I feel like the characters are so out of place within the scenery. The suits are too flamboyant. There's no real depth to these suits. I understand they're supposed to have these kind of colors and everything, but they stand out. Like, their suits are clean, like literally clean. Like, whereas maybe their textures of these suits change over time. Obviously, there's loads of suits coming. Apparently, I think there's 27 suits that you can get in the game, or there's 27 that IGN are going to showcase today, I believe. So this is like the first mission. She's trying to find Man-Bat, or Man-Bat is supposedly dead. So she's investigating the scene to see what happened, and she's doing her little detective work, which is cool. I like this whole detective work kind of thing. It is kind of basic though. It's just like, oh, where's the code for the thing? Here's the code. You combine them together. People are comparing it to Telltale. I don't know if it's exactly the same as Telltale's Batman. I never played Telltale's Batman. Then we get an introduction into actual combat itself. It's tap for melee, hold for heavy melee, and evade. There is no counter in this game. A lot of people are like, where's the counter? Where's the counter? Spider-Man doesn't have a counter. It's fine. What you got to understand with Spider-Man is he has the entire level to traverse around, like seamlessly. So he'll web up to something, then web over to somewhere else, and can even force push himself off walls at speed, use items in the environment to sling them at his enemies. It's fluid and fast, whereas this is static because you're on the ground all the time. Spider-Man has verticality and a lot more options at his disposal. We know the grapple's going to be a handy tool because you can use it mid-air, so that's good. Whether you get a counter system later on in the game, I don't know, because we haven't seen the skill trees yet. We will see them further as they progress throughout the month. We got stealth takedowns, which is fine. You've got two types, one which makes no noise and one which makes noise. The combat animations themselves, I don't have any problems with the combat animations. I hope there are more to come, but I won't know until I see more of the skill trees and how you progress, because if this is at the start of the game, so you're basically, your skills are non-existent at this point. You've just got your basic skills, and it's teaching you how to do everything. And Patrick Redding did say, you know, you'll be able to take on your basic thugs, which these are called the Freaks. Then we move on to the actual dialogue of the thugs. Take a listen to this.
Hey, look up here! I'm a professor of setting stuff on fire!
We also have this inner monologue going on with Barbara. She's talking to herself all the time, just like Aloy does in Horizon Zero Dawn. It's always like a subtle way of telling you where to go without telling you. The character's just telling you. Then it's followed on by more cringy dialogue.
Smashy, smashy, smash, smash! Smashy!
Sweet dreams.
That's right, smashy, smashy, smash, smash. We got your classic takedowns from above, which fine. And then we move on to the last section, which is like a mini boss, big brute type, who does the same attack pattern over and over and over again. And even though he's sporting a 50 lb weight, never uses it in the entire combat sequence. Obviously, I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out in full if you haven't already. But my overall impressions are, it's average. I'm sorry, but it's average. And I know it's early days. I think the story will hold up, and the investigation side of it is pretty okay. It looks like fun, but it's not something I'm like wow when I watched it. It's so underwhelming to watch. I understand it's at the start of the game. I understand you're trying to teach how or showcase how you do certain things. But I think I'm like everybody else. Not everybody that's obviously excited for it. You can be excited for it, that's fine. But on the other side of the spectrum, we have people like myself that are just like, the more I see of it, the less excited I get. Which isn't what's supposed to happen when you're showcasing off a game. I'm not supposed to get less excited, I'm supposed to get more excited. Don't get me wrong, they could completely turn this around and like shock me, and I will admit if I am wrong. But so far, what I'm seeing is not admitting I am wrong. I am seeing a mediocre game at best. So we're just gonna have to see what it pans out like throughout the month. But that'll be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please support it with a like because it helps out me and helps out the channel, and I wouldn't ask you otherwise. If you didn't like it, hit a dislike. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Subscribe for more upcoming games. You'll find other games on my channel if you want to check those out. You'll find social links down below if you want to support in that space. Leave a comment, and as always, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.